Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this video is an older video that I wanted to upload to show you all how I prepare all of my from seed starts before I put them out in the spring. So this video was shot February 17th of 2024, and in this video what I am doing is I am bottom watering my seedlings. In that first tray that I have there, that's just plain water, so that is for all of the seedlings that don't have any true leaves. And then the brown water has the fertilizer in it, and what I'm doing there is bottom watering and feeding any of the seed starts that have the true leaves. So this whole process is just me watering, feeding, and then changing out those pads, making sure everything is still healthy. If anything has any like dying stems or leaves or anything, I clean that up. And this is just me making sure everything is still happy. So you'll see me putting everything in the water, changing the pads. I even have some stuff back there on the heating pads, and anything that's back there on the heating pad that has not come out of the soil yet. So you will see me check those also. All right, and what I'm doing right here, this is my previous greenhouse that I had before we just replaced it. And this greenhouse, I loved it with no problem. Like, I really did like it. Of course, it did not hold in really good heat. So what I'm doing right now is protecting them from the cold that we were having. So these are the cosmos and the basils. The basil ended up not making it, but I since then have replanted and I have more. But the cosmos did perfectly fine. They did not care about being cold. These were under 30-degree nights. They did not care about being cold. They still were growing and getting bigger out in the cold. And right now in my garden, they are growing just fine. So they are pretty cold hardy, which I found out, and it's good for me to know for next year. And these are my little Dollar Tree blankets that I'm covering them with to try to help insulate. But this did help them a lot. I did this to all of my seedlings as I push them out into the greenhouse. I cover them and I protect them as best I can. If they don't make it, then I just replant. But sometimes there's just too much on the table in the house that I'm starting, and it kind of forces some of them to have to go outside. So that's what I'm doing here. This is like the first round of things that have to be forced out. But Cosmos did great, Basil did not. so let's go over the setup. So here are the grow lights, and I have puppy pads from the Dollar Tree. Today we did the bottom watering and fertilizing of all of the plants that have true leaves. We used the Dr. Earth Homegrown Pump and Grow tomato, vegetable, and herb fertilizer. It's a 322. Now I did get this from Walmart. I did not see it anywhere else. These are my Caraflex cabbage from Botanical Interest. My grandma grass from Botanical Interest. This is a lemon mint. I think that they don't like to be fertilized. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but ever since I transplanted them, they started to die back. So if I have to replant them and then just put them in single pots, then I will. This is my late flat Dutch cabbage. This is more lemongrass. This is more Caraflex. You see how good the Caraflex looks? The germination on this was really good. I had 4 seeds and all of them germinated, and they're doing great. So right now everything is, all of these bigger pots are ones that I potted up. They are, well, except for this one, they are all bigger plants, so I want them to have bigger roots, so I put them in bigger pots. So more grandma grass. This is my late flat Dutch, and this one, it kind of stunted for a second, so we're just going to check and see what that does. If it doesn't grow, that's fine. I only want 1, but if I get 2, that's fine. All right, these are the white marigolds from Botanical Interest. These are the double click cosmos. I believe these are from the MI Gardener. Here's my basil, the dark opal basil. Another double click cosmo. These are, well, I'll go around to that side. This is Red Express cabbage. This is California poppy. Everything that looks like this is a California poppy. So I have cilantro here, and I have cilantro here. And then I have, you'll see a lot of purple basil because I separated that pot. And then we'll go over there in just a second. Another California cosmos. So some of the cosmos, I'm sorry, California poppy. Some of the poppies are dying back, and I just trimmed them. And we'll see what survives and makes it outside. This is my German chamomile, which is doing really good. My alyssum is a little bit yellow. We're gonna see if it survives. I just got germination on my peppercini. Got 1 here. My red bell. This one is in flower. It's an agastaki. Lemon mint. Viridium is a really pretty flower. I just found that this year. It looks like a sunflower, but it's not. Here's another Red Express cabbage. Here is my thyme. These are dianthus. My onions. Purple alyssum. Rosemary. And then this is a gazania flower, which is also really pretty. I've never grown it, so right now I have 4. So that is what I have on the table so far. And what I have in the greenhouse right now are some cosmos, sweet basil, and I think that might be it. I put those outside to test and see if they can survive the cold. And so far, some of the basil got a little bit of frostbite on the leaves, but nothing crazy. And I put a crochet from the Dollar Tree over them and a little blanket over them, and I'll take it off every morning, put it on in the evening. So right now they're in the greenhouse going through that transition to see if they're survived. The cosmos don't care at all. The baby basil, I have about 10 of them. It's only about 4 that had some issues on the leaves. But what I did today was move them to the back of the greenhouse, and I covered them with a blanket to see if that would help. And then these are all of the plants that have yet to sprout, and the only thing that I have to do after this is my tomatoes, which I am going to plant up tomorrow. But this is a jalapeno, yellow snacking, eucalyptus. I've been waiting on this eucalyptus for like a month, so I'm gonna have to look back into that to see if I need to redo it. Red bell pepper, red snacking pepper, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper. So, one last overview. And one more very important thing that I do is a fan. I keep a fan going on them. It's off right now because they're being watered, but I keep a fan on them. And that keeps the circulation going. That keeps the algae off of the dirt. That keeps the gnats away. The dirt does dry out quicker, but I'm fine with that. As long as the soil stays healthy, I really don't care about that. So everything is looking healthy. Dirt is looking healthy. Plants are happy, except for these lemon mint. They did not like to be transplanted. So if they end up dying, I am just going to get some 2-inch pots and do just 1 seed per pot. And I only need like 2. So hopefully 2 survive. I think I have like 8. If 2 survive, I'm fine. I don't have to replant anything. And if I don't have to, that's perfectly fine with me. But this is everything except for my pepper. And one last tip so that I'm not wasteful. So all of the water that these plants did not use, I poured it all in one container. So this container has all of that leftover fertilizer water. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I am going to use this water to water and fertilize everything in the greenhouse. So I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna add just a little bit more fertilizer to it, and then I will soak everything in here and let it take turns to draw up all that water. But I'm not gonna waste any of it. If there's anything left, I'll just pour it off into the garden. So that way, you don't waste anything. And I will keep y'all posted.